Thank you. I have a broken hand, which is why it's in a cast right now. Sometimes that's self-explanatory, I suppose, and sometimes not. I'm glad the microphone's at about this level because I was going to have to fumble with it in a really embarrassing way with this cast, but I had drawn, my friend drew a shark on my cast. And I didn't have to do that tonight, so I'm pretty grateful for it, which is nice. So I'm so tired of telling people the real reason why I broke my hand. If you've ever broken a bone or had a cast on or a splint or anything like that, in your first week or so of having it, about everybody that you meet asks you what happened to it, and I did that for a week, and I got so tired of telling the same story that now I'm just at the point where I'm making stuff up, stuff that didn't really happen. So like people ask me, how did you break your hand? And I tell them that I was in the Fantastic Four, that Mr. Stretch guy was kicked out and I was in it, and me and the guy made of bricks, we were totally fighting. We were fighting Kingpin, and we totally beat him, and then we high-fived, me and the brick guy, and my hand broke. Or I'll say something like, I was on the observation deck at the Hancock building, and where peregrine falcons live, and I caught one. Ow! Because they're really fast. It's like, bow! Falcon! And I dropped it. And I crushed its wing. So it fell 95 floors. And now I'm wanted by the SPCA for killing a peregrine falcon. But it broke my hand, so I feel sort of justified. Or my favorite one is this. I say that it was actually not broken. I got an Indian sunburn, like you used to get when you were in kindergarten from the bully. Only I didn't just get an Indian sunburn, I got it from an Indian. But I didn't say he was an Indian, I said he was an Injun. And he broke my hand for that. None of that stuff really happened. I like to say those weird things. So I live in this neighborhood on the north side where it seems like everybody except for me and my wife has a dog. And especially now that it's springtime, everybody is out walking their dogs. And in my neighborhood, the dog of choice is a pug. But it seems like you can't just have one pug. If a guy has a pug, he has two pugs. And they seem like to me what they look like is a bat. And then like its tail was curled like Christmas ribbon. And then there's two of them together walking with a guy. And they're so stupid. All three of them. But my favorite is this. There's this little old man in my neighborhood who's got a silver pit bull with a huge head, and it's like the pit bull walks the guy. So they're going through the neighborhood, and the pit bull's leading the guy up through flower gardens and people's driveways and things like that. And I can see the scene at home. The pit bull brings the leash to the guy and says, I must walk. You must walk me. I must make wee-wee. And so they're out walking, and the old man is at the mercy of this dog, and the worst part is he's carrying the thing's poop in a jewel bag. And the dog, hold my poop. You must hold it. Hold my poop. You must keep it. And then they go back home, and I don't know, probably what happens is the guy goes back in this little box, and the dog lives in the bed. I don't know. Anyway, that's my time. I'm Paul Luikart. Paul Luikart, everybody.